Hi, I am getting ready for the day. I don't have a whole lot going on, just a little bit of running around to do, so I don't need to do anything special, but I recently got a few items from Sephora and Ulta that I thought I'd just give a quick try. They're brand new to me, never tried them before, so let's just get ready together and try a few new things. So let's get started. All I have on my face so far is, under eye, the Bare Minerals Ageless Genius Firming and Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream. So I put that on, just pat that in under my eyes first. And then I always put on my Glow Recipe Watermelon Juice. What's it called? Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. I love this stuff. Oh my gosh. It just feels a little bit cooling. It just refreshing. Smells so much like watermelon. Oh, sinks right in. Love it. So yeah. Highly recommend that, and I have a feeling I will be repurchasing, dropped everything. I will be repurchasing this when I get a chance, when it runs out. So yeah, love this. Another thing that I got that I thought I wanted to try, but I won't be using it this time because it's taking the day off. It's the Clinique Take the Day Off Micellar Cleansing Towelettes for face and eyes. Very excited about trying this. I love those, easy wipe off the makeup kind of wipes, and I've not tried the Clinique ones. I know the take off the day eye stuff works really, really well. So I can't wait to give this a try at the end of the day, but we'll be trying that another time. Okay, so first we're gonna put on some foundation, and I bought the Clinique Even Better Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 15 Evens and Corrects in 04 Cream Chamois. That's the color I got. This I thought was very, very interesting. It is supposed to even and correct. And I was away a week ago, and we were on a lake, and we were outside a lot, and my freckles just went bam. Totally went crazy. As you can see, I've got a lot of different, blotchy, freckly, hyperpigmentation areas. So I will be trying this. It is supposed to really, with time, take down the darkness. So let's give this a try. Haven't used this before. I hope it's a good color match. It seemed to be in the store, let's put it that way. And I'm using a dampened beauty blender. I have a mirror right here in case you wonder why I'm looking to the side. Okay, let's see what this does. We're basically trying to even out the blotchy, freckly area a little bit, but still look like skin. I don't want to totally cover my entire, face with a mask. This is nice. It just kind of gives a little bit more of an even toned look. Foundation on my eyelids. To me, it just works kind of as a primer for anything going on, plus it evens out the tone. I have freckles on my eyelids too. So yeah, it just kind of helps even that also, and it works really well as a primer because I normally don't use any kind of an eye primer, before I put on eye makeup. So yeah, this has just done a very good job of just sort of evening out the look, and then the fact that it will then correct a little and make it diminish over time. My darkness, where my spots are, is fantastic because that would be really nice. I have some areas that are specifically dark that I just kind of want to, like more splotchy. Yeah, so we're going to see how this works. I'm going to try it for, I think they said 4 to 6 weeks. I should see a diminishing, with my naked face of the dark spots. So yeah, I like how this has gone on. I like how it looks like skin. Very nice. Good. Okay, now we'll see how it wears. Yeah, I think it's a good color match too. So yeah, good deal. I'm also trying a new concealer. It's the Bare Minerals Bare Pro 16-hour full coverage concealer corrector. 16 hours, huh? I got it in Fair Cool. I've been going back and forth on whether I like my concealer to be lighter than my skin tone to add brightness, or if I like my concealer to basically just be my skin tone and conceal the darkness and then put a brightener over top. We're gonna see what this does. So let's just kind of, I get this area's right about there. And I'm just dabbing, barely. I'm using a Sigma Precision Angled P84, just to kind of, you could use your finger, you could use a beauty blender. I just thought I'd try this, see how that goes. Oh yeah, that blends beautifully. Put it up there too. Yeah, that's nice. that's nice. Just put the excess certain other spots. I feel like that blended well, but I do feel like I'm going to need to set it. It's a little tacky to the touch at this point, so I'm sure that'll dry down a little bit, but I'm going to set it to make sure there's no issue. And I always set under my eyes with the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. It just is like the perfect thing, in my opinion, for setting under eye makeup, concealers and things. Love it. And then for my all over setting powder, Charlotte Tilbury. It's not new. I've had this for a long time. I'm on my second one. Just a real quick dusting of that. Very lightly. Generally, I'm just gonna follow my normal routine and do what I normally do, and then I'll let you know when things are new. So far, we've had the new foundation and concealer. Everything else has been my normal stuff. I'm just quickly doing my eyebrows, just filling in a tiny bit, darkening, no big deal, with my Smashbox angled brush and my Anastasia Brow Duo, which I use most of the time. Just to give a little more definition and color to my brows. Frames the face, like that. Okay, now I'll just keep doing the way I normally do, which would be eyeshadow at this point. And I got two. I saw these Dior Backstage eye palettes, and I couldn't decide if I wanted the Warm Neutrals 01 or the Cool Neutrals 02. So I'll show you what they are. Basically, you've got a primer and 8 different colors. So this is the Warm Neutrals. You have a primer, a highlighter, a sculpting powder, and then 6 eye colors, basically. 3 shimmers and 3 mattes. So it's kind of a whole deal in one. It does not have a mirror, which I think is a little odd. It seems more like a drugstore product in that it has this open top, but then you can sort of see the colors, so it's kind of nice too. And I never use the mirrors in compacts, to be honest, so it doesn't really bother me at all. But here are the Warm Neutrals, and here we have the primer that comes in both, and then a highlighter in gold, and a sculpting powder in ombre. Then we have shimmers, which we have beige, copper, and brown shimmers. And then we have nude, ochre, and charcoal, which are mattes. So I thought, well, this is kind of a perfect grouping of colors. I mean, how nice is that with the shimmers, the mattes, the primer, the sculpting, the highlight. It's kind of everything in one. So that's the Warm Neutrals. And then the Cool Neutrals, which I will probably gravitate toward more because I just tend to like these colors better. Here are the Cool Neutrals. We have, again, how am I gonna hold this? Okay. Again, we have the primer, the primer, the highlight in silver, the sculpting powder in ombre. Then here we have the shimmers, pink, lilac, and purple. And then here we have the mattes, pink, mauve, and plum. So you've got a little more of a pinky tone, taupey-ish kind of a look going on here. So I think those are very pretty also. And this is probably what I'm gonna use today. Here they are side by side. I normally never use a primer of any sort. I'm just not a primer person, but because I'm trying this, I'm going to use it. So I'm just gonna dip in with the same brush that I used for my under eye concealer. I just wiped it off on my microfiber cloth that I use for everything and love very much. So I'm just gonna dip into there and just put a little across the lid, as you do with a primer. Very smooth, creamy, nice. Feel this, my finger. Oh yeah, yeah, that feels good. Okay, very nice. Now, what I would normally do is I would normally take a MAC, I think this is a 230, is it 239? I never remember that. And go into something light for my brow bone. The matte one is nice in like a pink tone. Let's try that. Just a little bit under the brow bone and in the corner. My normal thing. Very light, I like that. And then maybe I'll use this for all over the lid, the shimmer one here in the middle, the pink shimmer. Just gonna do it all over the lid to get a little base of shimmer. always feel like there are so many warm makeup things on YouTube lately that almost no one uses Kools. I really like Kools. I think they're just beautiful. So yeah, I'm definitely going to. So that was a nice little base right there. Okay, then I use a 217 or something like it. This time I'm going to use a Sigma E35 tapered blending. And I'm gonna go with this middle tone here in matte. Okay, let's see, you can sort of see a little bit of powdery, but nothing too much. And just do my normal crease. Just darken that up a little bit. Kind of come down around into the corner. I like that, it's very light, not too colorful. Very light, which I do like. Okay, now up here is what they call the sculpting color. That would be just kind of a perfect thing, I think. Let me grab, this is my Makeup Academy professional little, it's like a real tiny little brush that works so well for this kind of thing. I'm going into the sculpting one up here, which is very matte taupey, and just get real in there to more my crease and in this outer corner. That area on me is pretty small, so I like having this smaller brush. It works really well. Just kind of darken that a little. Like I say, I'm not really going anywhere too special today. I don't want a really loud major look. Just something a little. I'll darken that up even more a little bit with this one. Let's give that a try. Tap, tap, tap with my 230, it's either 9 or 8, what is that? The MAC 230, I don't remember. Just darken that up in that outer corner. Blend it. I'm not a professional, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just showing you what I do. It's always my my little bit there. I think this is a very pretty color. It's a shimmer. It's the shimmer lilac. I'm going to use my finger and just grab a little bit of this and put it kind of right in the middle. Just to add a little pop of shimmery something. I think that'd be pretty. That is pretty. That's very pretty actually. I like that a lot. Great. And then under my eyes, tiny little brush. It is a Coastal Scents number 17. I like these real little. It gets right where you need it to be. I'm gonna go with that sculpting color. I think that's just a really pretty one just to kind of grab under there. Give the idea of the shadow kind of connecting to the bottom part. I like that. It's just easy, simple, yeah, everyday kind of a deal. And then if I wanted to, which I may as well, I can add a little bit more of this matte, kind of a pinkish tone here, just over the top of the whole thing to make sure it's all blended in nicely. Yeah, I have a new eyeliner that I'm trying. Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. I am loving these. I have several now. And I don't really like black. It's a little too harsh for me, I believe. And I am trying the color Demolition, which is just a perfect brown. Now with these, I almost always like to smudge a little bit. I put it on and then I smudge it with a MAC 219. Kind of, it's like a, you know, pencil brush. So first, let's get the Demolition on. This is the color. It's just a regular kind of a medium dark brown. Perfect. They smudge beautifully and then they last and they set forever and ever. So it's perfect. So here I go. Just very lightly. I don't like a lot of liner. I just feel like it looks too harsh on me. And I don't even feel the need to smudge that. That went on beautifully, but sometimes I just kind of smudge it in. Make sure it's not, you know, a solid line. It's just more of a light smudge. I keep looking. I'm looking in my little viewfinder just to make sure I'm in camera. And in my mirrors, I'm all over the place, sorry. I mean, I'm barely touching it to my eye. If I were to press hard, it would be a much darker line. I'm just smudging it around a little bit. Just make sure it looks more natural, which is what I always go for. Okay, mascara. I'm trying a new mascara today. It is the Kush by Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I decided to get the smaller little, you know, mini size just to give it a try. I didn't want to, if I can open it, I didn't want to jump into the big one if I didn't like it. So, oh, it's interesting. It's like a metal kind of a, got like a grooved kind of a container. Kind of neat, like it. It is 4 ml. All right, let's give it a try. It's a big fluffy brush, bushy. We'll see how that goes. It's not usually my favorite, but you never know. But you can see better this way. Oh, that's nice. It's definitely adding volume and length. Pretty. Not the easiest to get down in there, the tiny little lashes. What do I have here? But it works. It definitely works. Okay. I didn't even go back into the tube. The container does have a bit of a heft to it. I mean, I feel the weight to this. It's kind of nice. Those are nice. That's nice. I like it. We'll have to see how it wears. Okay, I have noticed that I have a little bit of the, I have a little bit of the shimmery bits that I put, it kind of, some of it migrated down here. When that happens, I take what's, you know, my leftover damp beauty blender, pop it into my primed and poreless and just kind of stick that back on there like that. It covers anything that I don't want, and it seems to really help kind of gather things together better that way. So there's that. All right, next, what I will do is, I'm just gonna add, I'm still swollen from my giant 5-hour horrific root canal, and I got a little bit of swelling going on right here. It still really kind of bothers me. So I feel like I wanna do a tiny bit of contour, not much. I'm using the Catrice Prime and Fine Professional Contouring Palette. Love it. Simple, very inexpensive. It just really kind of adds a little bit of dimension to my face when I'm feeling puffy. So I'll just put a little there, whatever's left kind of up in here. Gonna hit the jawbone area. The jawbone? No, the jawbone, like that. And then sometimes I'll even tap a smidge and just get alongside my nose. Just to feel a little more contoured, but not much. It's very, very light, so that's what I like about it the most. Now, I went to Ulta and got my birthday gift, which is the NARS Orgasm, which is a great, great blush. If you've not tried it, please do. It just kind of works for everybody. It tends to be a little on the golden side for me, but I still like it, especially when I'm not really going, you know, one way or the other. And yes, I put on cool tones on my eyes, but this will work just fine. So this is what the little sample type of a little mini product birthday gift looks like. Let's pop that on. Gotta make the blush face. Just pop it on my apples and sweet back, is what I do. Pretty. Just gives that flush. Nice, nice flush. And then, may as well pop on a little bit of highlighter because why not? Today I'll be using my Becca Royal Glow. Beautiful, I love the embossed crown. Just gonna use a fan brush. Like it. Good, good, good. Okay, now another thing I recently purchased this one I did get at Ulta. I'm going to pop on my new Clinique lip lacquer in the color Cocoa Pop. I thought this looked beautiful, and these Clinique lip products lately have just been really doing it for me. It's got a really neat kind of a teardrop, but a little flattened on each side. Kind of a, see if you can even see that. teardrop shaped applicator, but it comes to a bit of a point at the top, so it kind of really gets into the corners. I'm just gonna line a tiny bit with Dervish, MAC Dervish, just right under there. And just the tip bits right there. This very pretty color. Oh, I'm liking this a lot. This is a good one. This is Cocoa Pop. So yeah, that's pretty. I like this a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't think I have anything else I need to add. It's a simple kind of a thing. Would be a lot faster in my normal day if I, you know, wasn't talking to you on the camera. So this would be my normal look for just running around, whatever, running some errands. And I'm gonna set it with my Glam Glow. I'm getting low, but I'm gonna use every bit of it because I really like this setting spray. And it's kind of chilly outside today. It's so weird. It went from so hot to kind of chilly. So I'm wearing kind of a sweatery top today. It's really strange, but yeah. Those are some of the new products that I've recently purchased. I'm excited to see how the Dior shadows wear, and I'm excited to use the warm neutrals sometime soon too. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I really appreciate it, and I will see you very, very soon.